My name is Parikshit Popat. I had revenue management at YCS. We help hoteliers gain better yielding for their rooms with the help of tools. So as we start, I wanted to check from you that how currently do you sorry manage your pricing. Okay. तो या तो आप जो प्राइस है वो किसी रेवेन्यू मैनेजमेंट कंपनी के पास करवाते हो, डायनामिक प्राइसिंग ऑलरेडी आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, और यू प्रैक्टिस मैन्युअल प्राइसिंग। तो जैसे ही आप ये पोल भर दोगे, we will have results and then we can move forward. Okay. We've got a couple of answers waiting for a few more answers to come in. Okay. I think some people have given outsourced this to revenue manager, कोई थर्ड पार्टी से करवा रहा है और कोई खुद मैन्युअल प्राइसिंग कर रहा है। Okay, so I think we have a good length discussion lined up for you guys. Okay. So we don't speak of coronavirus anymore. It's a thing of past. कुछ हुआ था. Life has moved on, है ना? Since then, lot of things have changed. The way India travels, the way world travels. हम किस तरीके से ट्रैवल करते हैं, क्या प्रेफरेंसेस में ट्रैवल करते हैं, उसके अंदर काफी ज्यादा बदलाव आया है ना? आप अगर अपने मार्केट में भी देखेंगे, मैं अभी कुछ हमारे ओटीए पार्टनर्स उनके साथ बैठा हुआ था, plus the reports that are coming from the market, we are going to have 50,000 plus new room that's entering the market in different regions. Sorry. टूरिज्म का सीएजीआर देखो तो वो बढ़ रहा है, लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, लोगों को अच्छी जगहों पे रुकना पसंद है। मेरा खुद का अगर बात करूं तो प्री कोविड आई वुड बी ओके टू स्टे इन एनी काइंड ऑफ अ होटल विच वाज लिटिल क्लीन। नाउ आई एम लुकिंग के हाइजीन है क्या नहीं वहां पे, फैसिलिटीज लाइक वाईफाई है क्या नहीं वहां पे। ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर नाउ काउंटिंग बिकॉज पीपल वांट दैट वर्थ ऑफ द मनी, है ना? तो इफ यू सी देयर आर मोर प्रॉपर्टीज अराउंड यू इन अ मार्केट लाइक गोवा जहां से मैं ऑपरेट करता हूँ, वी हैव 8,000 प्लस इन्वेंटोरी, है ना? ये तो सिर्फ नंबर ऑफ स्मॉल बिग मीडियम लार्ज hotels, guest house, resorts, hostels है। The number of beds और rooms available is humongous। मतलब आप इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते उतने अवेलेबिलिटी मार्केट के अंदर आज पंप हो रही है। ओके, तो देर इज अ डिमांड, डिमांड कर्व आ रहा है आपका टुवर्ड्स द अपवर्ड ट्रेंड। सिमिलरली द सप्लाई कर्व इज आल्सो इंक्रीजिंग। ऐसा नहीं कि यू गाइस are limited number of people and people are fighting to book property at your place. It's the other way around. We as hoteliers are fighting to get that piece of cake which is being distributed amongst everybody, क्योंकि इतने सारे लोग ट्रैवल करने के साथ इतने सारे नए एवेन्यूज और होटल्स भी आ रहे हैं, नए रिजॉर्ट्स भी आ रहे हैं, तो पीपल हैव टू बी वेरी विजिलेंट, है ना? तो यू हैव टू विन इन दिस कॉम्पिटिशन। हाउ डू विन इन दिस कॉम्पिटिशन? तो रेवेन्यू मैनेजमेंट इज आंसर टू दैट। या तो आप ज्यादा बेचो या महंगा बेचो। महंगा बेचने का ऑप्शन अपने पास अनफॉर्चुनेटली हर जगह पे नहीं है। वी हैव रन आउट ऑफ दैट ऑप्शन देयर वी कैन कमांड द प्राइस दैट वी यूज्ड टू कमांड few years ago. Okay, that limitation is come, so we have to sell more now. How do you sell more, or how actually you sell the room? The deciding parameters आपके जो revenue management के है, because I've been 15 years doing this, some of you have been doing this for longer or shorter period of time, so you can always put in the chat if I miss something, but these are the basic parameters. सबसे पहले हम देखते थे कि आज मेरा occupancy X% है, which is lower than the benchmark, then increase or decrease the price, है ना? फिर उसके बाद आया कि ये जो occupancy है, if it is falling for a leisure hotel on a weekend like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, तो प्राइस और बढ़ाओ। फिर ये आया कि are we selling this in the month of December or are we selling this in the month of June? अब a leisure destination जहां पे जून जुलाई अगस्त becomes a deserted एरिया, तो आप वहां पे प्राइस बढ़ाने की जगह पे होल्ड करना पसंद करोगे कि दो आई एम सिटिंग ऑन लेट्स से 60% ऑक्यूपेंसी, लेट मी होल्ड द प्राइस एंड सेल मोर। एंड देन लीड टाइम एक फैक्टर आया दैट somebody started paying the money in the bank 6 months in advance, 3 months in advance. So what I'm doing, I'm giving them some compensation for giving me money by offering a cheaper rate or a more affordable pricing. And then you also have to look into the factor कि आपका जो last minute inventory है, let's say there's a group washout in your property. What you will do at that point in time, you will need to compensate for it. How do you compensate for it? You compensate for it by throwing that inventory away at a price whatever is best available, because आज का कमरा कल नहीं बेचोगे. It's a stale fish, nobody buys. You cannot sell today's room tomorrow. So whatever is the last minute inventory, you have to sell that as well. That is also deciding parameter for revenue management. And last but not the least, because there are so many people around us, we need to see what is happening in the market, that is competition. So these are the basic deciding parameters on which you will do your pricing. But do you have so much time in a day कि आप जब pricing करते हो तो ये सारे factors को एक साथ consider करोगे और उसके बाद उससे आगे बढ़ोगे? क्या उतना टाइम है आपके पास? अगर नहीं है देन यू आर एट द राइट प्लेस. अगर है तो वेल एंड गुड. फिर भी इट इज गोइंग टू बी, फॉर लैक ऑफ बेटर वर्ड, वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स, है ना? कि आप हर फैक्टर को फिर इसमें से किसके ऊपर आप ज्यादा प्रेसिडेंस दोगे. विच फैक्टर वुड यू कंसिडर ओवर द अदर फैक्टर? दैट इज ऑल्सो अ क्वेश्चन टू आस्क. ओके, तो उसके लिए revenue management as a software is something that we have introduced. We like to call it easy mint. Fundamental बहुत simple है, it helps you mint money, है ना? तो हमने जो पैरामीटर्स लिए उसको हम कंबाइन करते हैं अलग अलग चीजों के साथ, एंड देन वी डू द प्राइसिंग. नाउ इजी मिंट इज गोइंग टू डू द प्राइस 24/7 365, व्हिच मींस यूजुअली एक होटल का पैरामीटर, आई बीन अ होटल लॉन्ग इनफ, वी डू 6 months pricing. That when September comes, we push the price from September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. फिर जब मार्च आने लगता है टुवर्ड्स अप्रैल, देन वी स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट अप्रैल, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर अगेन, है ना? तो वी डू प्राइसिंग दिस वे. Some hoteliers keep their inventory closed in the month of December because they don't want any price getting picked up at a lower rate. Mint takes care because Mint जो है, it works 24/7 365 based on the parameters. So let's say you have put a base price of 2000 rupees, and on top of it you tell that in the month of December I want my base to go from 2000 to, let's say, 20% higher, and collaborate it with occupancy, and collaborate it with room type, collaborate it with day of week. दिसंबर देखेगा, दिसंबर में डेट देखेगा, लेट्स से 25 दिसंबर है तो उससे प्राइस बढ़ना चाहिए, फ्राइडे है तो और भी बढ़ना चाहिए, और ऑक्यूपेंसी अगर मेरा 50% क्रॉस होता है तो और उसको अप करो. ये सारे फैक्टर्स मिलके एक रेशनलाइज प्राइस जो है वो पुश कर देते हैं. तो अगर कोई फ्यूचर के बुकिंग्स भी बना रहा है तो यू आर नॉट एट अ लॉस. ठीक है? और ऑब्वियसली हम इसको सीलिंग और फ्लोर से कंट्रोल करते हैं, विच मीन्स यू कैन ऑलवेज सी व्हाट इज द हाईएस्ट प्राइस, व्हाट इज द लोएस्ट प्राइस बिटवीन विच द वेरियस will happen, so that nobody is going to purchase the room which is supposed to go at 2000 at 1999, or something that is supposed to go at 5000 at 5001, है ना? ये दोनों के बीच में जो भी आपने रखा है उसी के बीच में प्राइसिंग इज गोइंग टू प्ले. ओके, एंड द प्राइस चेंज हैपेंस n number of times a day. We check the triggers obviously every 5 minutes, but let's say there is a group that comes in. As a hotelier, मेरा mindset ये कहता है कि next group also will come. So what do? I increase the price, but I am standing increasing the price. The guest is getting annoyed. भाई मैं यहाँ पे खड़ा हूँ, please give me the room. With Mint, all you have to do is give that entry of that room in the system that I have got 5 people who have walked in, and I have lost 5 rooms, or I have given up 5 rooms. Now, instead of 25 rooms, I have, let's say 20 rooms to sell. Sorry. System is going to check what is the occupancy. Based on that, it is going to update the price. So this is how it works. And we offer 2x to 20x ROI. So if you're going to pay me 5,000 rupees within 3 months, please expect 10,000 additional revenue coming out of Easy Mint. Okay. अब dynamic pricing is a factor that we just said कि Easy Mint करता है pricing 24/7 365. So that is dynamic pricing. अब वो क्या करता है? तो रियल टाइम चीजों को लेके हम इसको प्राइस अपडेट कर देते हैं, जो फैक्टर्स हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किए उसको लेके, है ना? और अब नाउ इट इज बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सॉरी, क्योंकि मार्केट चेंज हो रहा है. पीपल, आई वाज जस्ट टॉकिंग टू कस्टमर ऑफ माइन सिटिंग somewhere in a hill station, and he said that people who are traveling because they've got property in Bangalore and in Missouri, तो उनका एक ट्रेंड था कि people who are traveling from Delhi, they sit in their car while coming, they are making a booking. Similarly, somebody who is going from Bangalore to Kurg, he is going to make a booking sitting in the car towards Kurg. है ना? तो travel trends have changed. It's not like you have to send an email, then come for a revert. If you see the place, you like the review, you like the price, you make a booking without having to talk to the person on the other end if you do not have any other additional queries with regard to the property. Simple हो गया ये चीज, है ना? तो things are changing. And with dynamic pricing, what you can do is with demand, you increase the price. Like you can also hold the price when there is low demand and capture maximum yielding for the room. Okay. और मार्केट अगर फ्लक्चुएट हो रहा है तो यू विल हैव टू फ्लक्चुएट. You know for your product there's a value of 5,000, market is going let's say 3,000, undercutting, and there is no other major but to undercut the market, then you will know I need to undercut to get the money in, है ना? और आपका मार्जिन ऑप्टिमाइज होता है. पीपल हु बीन यूजिंग दिस आर गेटिंग गुड रिजल्ट्स एंड रिव्यूज. आई हैव एवरेज लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ पीपल यूजिंग दिस टूल एटलीस्ट फॉर 40 months. Since inception they are connected, they are using the tool because they see the good ROI coming into this. Okay. And because like I said, market बहुत ज़्यादा dynamic है, people are making plans in a jiffy, people are moving across, you need to have dynamic pricing. You cannot be having fire rates across the year. Lean period, high period, very high period, off season, and then peak of off season where nobody is traveling and I will get 1,000 rupees, I'm happy. It does not work that way. Someday you might go 900, someday you might get 1,200 also. बट दैट डिपेंड्स आप डायनामिक प्राइसिंग किस तरीके से अप्लाई करते हो. आई वुड वांट टू शो यू अ केस स्टडी ऑफ वन ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टीज. ओके, दिस इज अ कस्टमर जिसका यू कैन सी द डेटा फ्रॉम April 22 to March 23 and April 22 to March 24. They have been on dynamic pricing since sorry, very beginning, and in 1 year you can see the revenue is grown by 39%. एयरबीएनबी से ग्रोथ हुआ है, Booking.com से ग्रोथ हुआ है, बुकिंग इंजन से ग्रोथ हुआ है, देयर ओन पीएमएस इज अ ग्रोथ, गो एमएमटी से डिक्लाइन होके अगोडा में ग्रोथ आया है, एक्सपीडिया में ग्रोथ हुआ है. सो एवरीवेयर ऑन एन एवरेज अगर आप इसका निकालते हो तो 39% बेटर रेवेन्यू कंपेयर टू लास्ट ईयर. ओके, मैं ऑन वेरी प्राइमा फेसी बोलता हूँ कि 2x आ रहा है तो मैं दूंगा ही दूंगा, बट व्हेन यू यूज द सॉफ्टवेयर इफेक्टिवली यूटिलाइजिंग ऑल द एनालॉजिकल और एनालिटिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दैट आर देयर इन द सिस्टम, कि आप एनालाइज कर दो आपका लास्ट मिनट कैसे जा रहा है, या आप एनालिसिस से ये देखो कि हाउ इज द पिकअप हैपनिंग और व्हाट इज द लीड टाइम, व्हाट इज द मंथ इन विच यू गेट मैक्सिमम रिटर्न्स. तो फ्रॉम देयर यू कैन गेट वेरी गुड रिजल्ट. तो यहाँ पे यू कैन सी देयर इज अ 39.44% ROI. ओके, अब इसी प्रॉपर्टी का आप अगर डैशबोर्ड देखते हो, ओके, तो यू कैन सी दैट there is a growth in revenue by 35.31% in a different time period. They've had 4,000 pickups. So this is a easy mint ka dashboard where you are able to see your key performing indicators. You come in the hotel in the morning, you come in your hostel in the morning, you want to see what is the situation right now. You open your laptop, you are able to see the situation that okay, I've got 77% occupancy. This is the area, this is the RevPAR at which I have earned this occupancy, and this is what I need to do further. Course of action आप इसी के ऊपर decide करोगे. You are at 77, you see a trend, you are like okay, I'm happy with the price, let it continue. Oh, आज मेरा occupancy थोड़ा सा dip हो रहा है, मुझे शायद इसको और भी ड्रॉप करना चाहिए. तो you can see it from here and make your decisions. Okay. Okay. Now you can also see in the dashboard, there is one part that we saw, the occupancy part. Okay. अब आपका जो पिकअप आया, you also need to see कि आपके जो पिकअप से वो कहाँ गए. तो on the pickup window information you can see that okay, this pickup is for today itself. इसको यहीं पे रहने देना है, तो मुझे जो भी रूम नाइट्स आए आज के ही आए हैं, but I am still on very low side. Maybe I want to drop the price. If I was on a higher side, maybe I want to increase the price. और कौन से सोर्स आपको कंट्रीब्यूट करे ये भी जानना आपके लिए जरूरी है. So you've got something from somebody who's managing cash head. है ना? तो whoever is your accountant, they have given you business. You've gotten some business from offline. You've gotten business from booking.com and other sources. You can see it on your dashboard itself. On the book synopsis, जो मैंने आपको बोल रहा था कि मंथ के हिसाब से आप प्राइसिंग करोगे, तो ऑन द बुक सिनॉप्सिस आपको ये बताता है कि विच मंथ यू आर परफॉर्मिंग वेरी वेल वर्सेस कहाँ पे ड्रॉप हो रहा है. तो जैन फेब इज देयर सम बिजनेस, मार्च में ड्रॉप हो गया, अप्रैल में ड्रॉप हो गया, मई गुड बिजनेस, जून ड्रॉप, जुलाई से अपवर्ड ट्रेंड आया, अगस्त में अपवर्ड ट्रेंड आया, सितंबर ड्रॉप हो गया, अगस्त सॉरी अक्टूबर अगेन डेड, नवंबर दिसंबर अभी तक कुछ आया नहीं है. तो यू कैन हैव अ ईयर ऑन ईयर कंपैरिजन where you know that December you are going to peak again, so you increase the price accordingly. Now, because I am a revenue manager, been there doing it for last 15 years, मुझे ये पता है कि we need to see what is the pickup. So pickup report, it comes to your email every day in the morning. आप जो भी टाइम सेट करते हो, मे बी वंस यू डू ए नाइट ऑडिट 9-10 बजे, यू विल रिसीव दिस रिपोर्ट विच इज गोइंग टू टेल यू कल से लेके आज तक क्या चेंजेस हुआ, वेयर योर रेट्स हैव इंक्रीज, वेयर योर रेट्स हैव ड्रॉप्ड. ऑल दिस इंफॉर्मेशन you can get via WhatsApp also to make your pricing decisions for the future. Okay. And definitely the competition, because market में क्या चल रहा है जानना बहुत जरूरी है. तो you can always check from 4 different sources: Agoda, Booking.com, Expedia, Make My Trip, whichever 4 sources you want. You can insert those sources. You can tell me these are my comp set, and we give you this report every day in the morning, where you can check what is happening in the market versus how you are faring on a particular OTA. Okay. We also have budgeting feature in the system. तो अगर आप बजट बना रहे हो, you want to see what is happening, लास्ट ईयर क्या हुआ था, इस साल में क्या है, राइट? यू डोंट नीड टू रिलाई ऑन एक्सेल्स एनीमोर. लास्ट ईयर का डेटा अगर आपके पास का है, देन वी कैन डेफिनेटली टेल यू व्हाट इज द एवरेज और एस्टिमेटेड रेवेन्यू यू शुड बी टारगेटिंग वर्सेस एक्चुअल आपका कितना है, डिफरेंस क्या है, एंड हाउ मच मनी यू आर लूजिंग टू कैंसलेशन. बिकॉज रेवेन्यू आना इज वन पार्ट ऑफ इट, सस्टेनिंग इट इज द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ इट, है ना? पिलफरेज भी हो सकता है. तो दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन चेक एंड मे बी यू कैन वर्क. लेट्स से आपने कोई एक ओटी के ऊपर फ्री कैंसिलेशन अंटिल अराइवल का पॉलिसी लगाया, तो पीपल आर बुकिंग coming to your property, seeing places around and going there because there is free cancellation until arrival. You can have a non-refundable policy in the place, or you can have pre-auth policy in the place. कैंसलेशन की वजह से भी पिलफरेज रोका जा सकता है, तो वो आप पॉलिसी देके यहीं से आपको पता चल जाएगा कहां से जा रहा है वो लॉस, एंड यू कैन कंट्रोल इट. ओके. another important aspect, if you are working in working environment, matlab hotel industry mein, if you are for a longer period, you would know that every Monday there is a meeting which owner, MD, GM, stake owners, they call it, and where they discuss what happened in the last week, where do we stand this week, and how the next week is looking, because on those basis you will create uh, entire months further reports, budget, pricing, all those things, right? You can get this report every Monday on your email, which is going to tell you last week kaisa tha, ye week kaisa hai, how far you are compared to last week, or how ahead you are of the last week, how many days you have left in the month to achieve the budgeted revenue target, आपका जो सेल हुआ है उसमें से बिजनेस ऑन द बुक्स क्या है, मटेरियलाइज कितना आ चुका है, एंड हाउ मच मोर डू यू नीड टू डू टू अचीव दैट 3,87,000 का टारगेट. Now this updates in real time. You get this every Monday on your email, and you can have a real time update also on this. Okay. So if you come here, it will be real time. You can download and view anytime. But by default, it comes to you on Monday with source comparison and data like daily booking details, which is very efficient from operational perspective and even revenue perspective. In daily booking details, against each day of the month, you will know what is the occupancy, how many rooms are sold out, what is the ADR, and what is the cancellation that happened for that particular day. इससे आपको फायदा ही होगा कि let's say today we are sitting on 10th of December, and random days between today and 31st December, there are some cavities. You have gotten business, but there are days where there is no business. You can always understand from here which are the days on which you need to rationalize the pricing. Okay, have a look at report. You will see that this is missing, or these are the dates where I need to change the price or increase it more than what dynamic pricing has done, and you can increase the price. Similarly, if you see there's a cavity, you can always decrease the price also. The source comparison that we spoke about, where you can also see what is the cancellation that is happening from which source and who is contributing highest business to your property for a particular month. Now, these are some general guidelines that I would like to give you, which you can help to boost your business. One is have demand-based pricing. Second is have a time-based pricing. Third is have last-minute deals operated on OTAs and then recalibrate your dynamic pricing accordingly. Properties where you are by default getting 2 nights business, start having a length of stay discussion or discounts for 3 nights. है ना, 2 नाइट के लिए तो लोग ऐसे ही पैसे दे रहे. If you want longer stay, then give them discount on a longer duration of stay. है ना, 2 nights के लिए नहीं, go for 3 nights, 5 nights, 7 nights, depending on which location you are. Similarly, if somebody is offering vacation or co-working spaces where co-living, co-working, there you can go for longer deals that you stay with me for 30 days or 28 days. I will pass on certain discount to you. Okay. If there are events happening, concerts happening in your area, marathons happening in your area, identify and with Mint's pricing calculator where you have the option to add price only for a particular event, add those and gain insights. Okay. So these are some of the things that you can do sorry, to get better yielding for the room. See, एक चीज है कि Mint is a tool which is going to help you automate the price, and in long run you will see good results of it from the OTs as well. लेकिन आपका अगर price quality index खराब है, okay, that means you are charging high and your reviews are bad, and nobody is all of a sudden going to start liking your property. With Mint, what happens is it rationalizes your price. Somebody is looking at your property at that time when Mint has rationalized the price, you get the booking. वो ट्रेंड रिपीट होता है. OTAs feel okay, this property is getting good booking, so we should float it up. This is one advantage. ये immediately होगा is not what I'm claiming. This is an advantage that we have seen in many properties happening over a period of time. Okay, so this is how it is going to function. As organization, we have 17 years of experience. We are backed by leaders like Agoda, Booking.com, Expedia, Airbnb, Trip Connect, Google Hotel Ads. We offer 24/7 support. And we have tech solution integrated end to end with 450 plus different tech solutions. Sorry. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the webinar. Now, if you want to reach out to me, these are my contact details. And if there are any questions that you have with regards to dynamic pricing, Easy Mint, let me know. On one note, I would also like to add that we have now introduced artificial intelligence in EasyMint as well. So if you do not want to spend time doing analysis, all you have to do is enable AI. AI will do the analysis and AI will do the pricing for you. Okay. This brings us to the end of this webinar. If there are any questions, we are now open to questions.
Thank you, Parishit. And please feel free to address any questions you have. As you can see on the bottom of the middle corner, you'll see a Q&A tab. आप लोग वहां पे क्लिक करके अपने क्वेश्चंस इनपुट कर सकते हैं और हमारे जो सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट है आज के कॉल में वो एड्रेस कर देंगे अकॉर्डिंगली. So let's give a couple of minutes for any questions. If not, then we can conclude this webinar.
Sure. We've got something.
So I think there's a question from Mr. Mohammed Yassin on promotions and packages. So
Okay, so EasyMint has no direct relations on promotions and packages. It simply takes the base price that we set in the system, does the math and gives it back to the channel manager. Then it distributes. Channel manager is going to distribute that pricing to different OTA platforms and your booking engine. Yes, we do take promotions and discounts into consideration while doing pricing, but EasyMint will not have any direct correlation in that matter with promotions. If I'm making sense. Okay. I think I have answered that question.
Right. If there are any questions, please feel free to add them in the Q&A box. If not, we have displayed our contact information in detail should you feel to have any questions, maybe post engagement. Please do feel free to share us and reach out to us. You can also visit our website www.yanulja.cloudsolution.com as well as www.easymin.com, and you'll get more information into what we do and all the other products and services we have. With that, if there are no more questions, I would like to thank everyone for taking out the time today to join us. Thank you, Parishit, for
Thank
running
you.
this session. And we hope to see you in our. Oh, sorry, there's one more question.
Oh, yes. There's some.
Is there any option for dynamic pricing in Easy PMS?
So, Easy PMS, we have actually created dynamic pricing in Easy Centrics. So, if you're using Easy Centrics, then this direct relation or within the Centrics framework, you can have dynamic pricing. It is not currently in the PMS, but we do take into consideration all the factors that are in PMS as well when we do the pricing. So we do fetch the data if that is the question. But you would have to subscribe to our Centrix and EasyMint to be able to automate the pricing.
All right, thank you. So I think that's all for the questions. Once again, thank you everyone for
Thank
joining.
you.
Please do feel free to share any questions you may have to the email on the screen. And easy products. Sorry, there's one more question on easy products necessary.
Yeah, so Easy Centrix is mandatory if you would like to go for dynamic pricing. Okay.
All right. Okay. So thank you everyone. Once again, we hope you found the session insightful, and
Mhm.
we hope to see you in our next session.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, everyone.